It's are very much up as we get ready for the third game of this series. Pitching matchup, a good one. As we mentioned, CC Sabathia against Jason Vargas.
Well, the pitching overall for the Mariners has been really good so far in this series. And if you look at it, you had the two big guns going for you, Pineda and Felix. But the bullpen, look at the bullpen's ERA at an 0.63 ERA for them. Opponents average just 152. The guys have had to pitch a lot in this series, so hopefully Vargas can get a little bit deeper into this game and give the guys out in the pen a break. That's a tough task for him, but that's what they're looking for.
A couple of Californians getting after today, Sabathia and Vargas. And CC Sabathia has had a lot of success against the Mariners. Vargas, not so much. Let's talk about CC for a second. He finished third in the Cy Young Award last year.
Well, he's the Yankees' horse, and you look for your stopper. This is their guy, and so far the Yankees, they do not want to see a sweep against the Mariners, so they're going to run out their best to CC Sabathia. Good fastball for him. If he commands his slider, he can be tough. The Mariners are going to have to make him pitch, make him work hard if they can.
Jason Vargas coming off a tough performance last week in Minnesota, trying to rebound. He was the unsung hero of the Mariners a year ago, and they're going to tap him today to get the sweep against the Yankees. Looking for the first sweep here in Seattle since '96. Mariner baseball straight ahead.
Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By the new Quest 5-year price lock promise. Visit quest.com/promise for details. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more info, visit emeraldqueen.com. See us there in the pen as we get you set for the finale of this three-game set. It's Brad Adam and our baseball analyst Bill Kruger with you. So, Bill, we talked about it earlier in the pregame show. We've seen a lot this series, certainly a lot last night in 12 innings, a walk-off win by the Mariners. We've seen probably more than we should have with a couple guys running on the field, especially that streaker. We didn't need to see that. But in case you missed it last night, in case you missed Friday night in Game 1 of the set, let's take a look back and see how the Mariners came back in that game, Bill. Sixth inning, getting it done without a lot of hits.
Down 3-2, and you get a couple of scratchy singles. Kennedy and then Olivo get the table in position, get it set. a walk. We love walks. That loads them up, and then the paper cutters go to work. Brendan Ryan, little jam shot ground ball, runs like the wind. You can't double him up. That's an RBI. Then you bring up Ichiro, the master of contact. A little service ground ball, and another run scores. The Mariners take the lead.
And then Brandon Lee comes in, closes the door in the ninth.
Nice split. Nothing more apropos than getting the captain to end the game. We love that.
13 save for League, 4-3 the final, and last night bottom of 12 against simply the greatest reliever in history.
And boy, a lot of bats died heroes. There's Justin Smoke with a jam shot base hit. Jack Cousins' new leg kick goes oppo for a double. They decide to dodge Gutierrez. Interesting decision, but loads them up. Probably the right thing to do. And then I think the toughest out in the lineup, they decide to pick on the hooker, Adam Kennedy. He dunks one in, another bat breaks, and the Mariners win again. 13 come from behind wins, 2 straight against those Yankees, and they're having some fun.
Yeah, they are. Jim, Adam Kennedy's at the bottom of that pile, getting a fat lip, but it all worked out okay. They've won 10 of 12. They're now game over 500. Just a half game back in the West. Bill, Rangers leading the division. They also are leading the Royals right now in the 4th inning, 2-0. But this shapes up to be a great AL West race this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of pitching in this division, top to bottom. I think that's great, and certainly injuries playing a big role. The Oakland A's pitching staff got some guys hurt. Texas, they're just getting their guys back, but I think overall it's going to stay bunched for a while, and that's good for the Mariners.
We'll be talking about the West and this game after this game on the post-game show. Lineups first pitch are next. Enjoy the game right here on Root Sports.
Notable lifted spirits in Pioneer Square, and just south of this Pioneer building lies Safeco Field, where the second place Seattle Mariners in the American League West. Mariners go for the sweep against the New York Yankees. Looking for the first sweep here in Seattle since August of '96. The first sweep against the Yankees since May of '02. Good to have you with us, everybody. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers and the Root Sports crew. It'll be Jason Vargas against C.C. Sabathia in today's matchup. Mariners, they are rolling 9 of 10, 10 of 12. They've won it. Here's a look at the lineup. Mike Flowers has it.
Thank you, Dave. Mark Teixeira, let's try to keep him in the yard. He's homered in both games so far in this series. Cano homered in last night's game. There's some changes at the bottom. Jones, Nunez, and Cervelli round out the 9 for the Yankees this afternoon. Numbers for Jason Vargas, ERA nice at a 3.86. 63 innings pitched for him, 43 strikeouts, opponent's average 260. And the defense. Saunders out in left field, Gutierrez in center, Ichiro is in right, and on the left side of the infield be Figgins and Ryan. Jack Wilson getting started second base, Smoke at first, and Chris Jimenez giving Olivo a day off. He will be behind the plate this afternoon.
And after that face plant, Olivo needs a day off.
How many rounds did he go, do you think?
I told him, I said, dude, Tyson really lit you up with some left hooks, huh? Derek Jeter leading off. Takes a ball 16 years ago today. Jeter made his big league debut right here in Seattle. You know what's scary, though, with Olivo? He said he had a worse one in Chicago last year. I said, how could it be worse? He said he flipped over. He went diving into second trying to steal. Plugged and flipped over.
I've had that happen, and it's the worst because you end up with some serious whiplash from your neck.
1-1 to Jeter. 2-1. Derek hitting .257. 2 homers and 15 runs batted in. Fast worker Vargas inside.
Keep an eye on Jason's cutter today. I think that's going to be an important pitch for him to the right-handed hitters, trying to keep them honest so he can go to a good changeup. Had a nice changeup as of late, but I think he can certainly help himself with that with a good cutter inside.
And a walk to Jeter to start the ball game. Vargas coming in had 48 strikeouts, 18 walks. So they did a no decision. Team picked him up nicely. He was not sharp the other day in last start at Minnesota. His last win came against the Angels here at home back on the 18th. Went 7 innings in a 3-0 victory. Here's Curtis Granderson. That man on fire. Second in homers, runs, triples, fourth in RBIs, second in total bases, and second in extra base hits in the American League. Strike to Granderson. A big RBI triple in the 7th inning. It tied the score after the Mariners had taken a 4-3 lead after 4. Then it was Adam Kennedy with the big base hit in the 12th to beat the Yankees and Mariano Rivera. A broken bat loop. Going back. Jack Wilson's got it. 1 out.
Good communication between Jack and Brendan. I think Brendan wanted to make the catch also, but Jack waved him off. Brendan was able to get out of the way.
Which is very important, you know, as a former infielder.
Brendan has the ability to call people off if he wants to. As a shortstop, he can take charge of it, but it was an easy play for Jack, so he just moved out of the way.
Brings up Mark Teixeira. He's homered in the first 2 games. In fact, Teixeira and Granderson are the first Yankee teammates to each have 15 homers in the first 15 games since a guy named Mickey Mantle and a guy named Roger Maris back in 1961, according to the Elias Sports Bureau.
Nice company to be a part of.
Strike 1 to Mark. Homered in the 2nd inning on a 2-0 pitch from Felix Hernandez. Friday night, he was 3-2 from Pineda, and he homered. Both of those, of course, were hit right-handed. I make that left-handed, beg your pardon. Yankees lead the American League and Major League Baseball with 78 home runs. One and 2. Good to see Vargas pitch effectively and get out of this first inning.
Well, we talk about pitch counts all the time, letting people know what they are, and we keep a close watch on them, and that's going to be really important today because I think Eric Wedge would like to see Vargas pitch deep into this game. First couple of games in this series, the bullpen has had a lot of work. They did have an off day before the series, and Eric thinks that the guys are available today. But when you talk about David Pauly, who's pitched 2 innings the last couple of days in a row, Jamie Wright's been out there a couple of days in a row, Brandon League, Be nice if Vargas could get deep into this game.
You've seen situations like that before, right? Hey, kid, I need 8 no matter what.
Here's the ball. Come get you after 120 pitches.
You want 2 pitch dug out by Jimenez. As long as he knows beforehand, right?
Yeah, I think, a lot of people remember Jared Washburn here, and Wash was usually that guy where typically it would hurt his ERA because he would be out there and extending himself, but he would do it for the bullpen.
2-2 to Teixeira with Jeter at first, 1 out. To left field, Saunders right in his tracks, 2 outs. Eric Wedge really likes his outfield here today with Saunders and Gutierrez in center and Ichiro on the right.
They should cover a lot of ground.
Well, the hard feeling still exists with many. Some have moved on and let it go. Others, maybe just for the sport of going, you think?
I think the majority of it is that's what it is.
The sport of going.
Sure.
Not like Alex Rodriguez has not heard it before around the country and a lot of times even in New York. Alex 1 for 6 last night, 1 for 3 in the first game. He's 0 for 4 in previous encounters with Jason Vargas. Lefties hitting .318 against Jason. Right-handers are hitting .239. Conditions a lot different from last night when we teed it up at 7:10. You had a 6-mile-an-hour wind, which I'd beg to differ. I'd say it felt like a 20-mile-an-hour wind coming, whipping around the stadium. Fly ball center field. Goody going back into his Goody glide, and he makes the catch. The Vargas gives up a leadoff walk to Jeter, and that is it. Glad you're with us. Mariner baseball. Yankees nothing. The Mariners coming to bat. Take a look at the Mariners batting order that will take on CC Sabathia.
And for Eric Wedge, a number of changes in the lineup. Franklin Gutierrez will hit 4th. He had 3 hits in last night's ball game. Mike Wilson, the DH, hitting 5th. Brendan Ryan, 8-game hitting streak for Brendan. He will hit 6th. And then it's Wilson, Saunders, and Jimenez for the Mariners. CC Sabathia, he is the stopper for the Yankees. Take a look at his ERA to 3.17, 76 and 2/3 innings for him already, 62 strikeouts. He's given up 3 home runs this year.
CC cleaning out those spikes and up top of the hill, and we're ready to go. Ichiro will lead it off. He's been struggling, trying to turn things around. He had a bad go last night. Pitch away. Ichiro 0 for 6 is the 8th time that he went 0 for 6 the last time. August 13 of 08 at the Angels. Last 4 games, just the 1 hit. It's interesting. Eric Wedge in his media address today said, Ichiro has such a unique style that outsiders can't put why he's putting and why he's hitting so well or why he's not hitting so well. It's so unique. So he said in his own head, he knows how to figure it out. It's Cano throwing it.
Take a look at the defense behind CC this afternoon. Andrew Jones in left field, Granderson in center, Nick Swisher out in right, A-Rod and Nunez getting the start at shortstop, Jeter the DH, today Cano and Teixeira on the right side, and Cervelli will do the catching. And I would agree with that assessment. He always does a good job, Ichiro does, of keeping his head still, but you watch his body drift forward and how deep he lets the ball get. It's really a timing thing, I think, more than anything for him. A lot of moving parts.
Crowd on hand here as we look at Sean Figgins. He too has been struggling at the top of the order. His batting average now is dipped below 200 at 197. 0 for his last 15. Into right field. Swisher outruns it. 2 down. Karsten Charles Sabathia out of Vallejo, California, 30 years old, the 07 Cy Young Award winner, 4-time All-Star, played for Eric Wedge. Eric said it's always good to see CC, especially outside the lines. So what was your greatest memory, or first memory that comes to mind? He says, we're playing an interleague game in L.A. CC went about 8 innings plus. Hit a 2-run homer over the bullpen at Dodger Stadium, and you know how far that is. He said he is some kind of
That's be about
guy.
450 feet, isn't it?
That is Willie Stargell material.
Yeah.
There's the Goose Creek Crusher himself, Justin Smoke, the first baseman for the Mariners. Smoke 1 for 3 against CC. Foul. Smoke just 1 for 8 on the homestand, looking to get him turned around. And Sabathia last year, he finished 3rd in the Cy Young Award. Felix Hernandez won that. Nice to see the ball club take Felix off the hook last night. The winner was David Polly. He went 4-0. 12-inning affair. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. High heat. Sabathia throws a 1-2-3 first. Mariners looking for the sweep against the Yankees. And the Mariners in second place today. We'll be back with more right after this. Safeco Field, Mariner baseball coming your way. It's Rally fry signs. You got some good ones. And Jason Vargas, he'll face Cano, Swisher, and Jones. 5, 6, and 7 for the Yankees. Cano with a home run in the second inning, leading off. 3-2 pitch against Felix Hernandez. Ended up going 3 for 5, a run scored, and an RBI. Ball 1 to Robinson, named after Mr. Jackie Robinson. Vargas had that really good run. Here's Jackie Robinson sign all over Major League Baseball. Vargas had that good recent run where he threw 16 consecutive scoreless innings.
It'll be interesting to see how the Yankees attack him. And I think that Jason is going to have to rely on staying soft with him. We've already seen the Yankees, they can handle a good fastball. Getting those cripple counts and try to jump on a heater if they can. That's a well located fastball.
Last night, Teixeira 2-0, he homered. Cano 3-2. He got his home run.
Night before, Teixeira on a 3-2 fastball.
3-2. Two. Cano 7 out of 10 against Vargas. How about the Yankees' schedule? Do you remember this when you played there? They've played 30 games at home, 20 on the road. And they finish up with, of their last 60 games, 40 are on the road.
Really? That's tough. I'd rather have it the other way around, I think. You get into August and September, I think you'd much rather be at home. Especially for them, they'll stay in the hunt all year.
30 home games already, and this is their 21st road game. Clean grab by Smoke. 1 out. You know, I'm looking down at the numbers, and I was talking to a couple of guys. He said, yeah, we're going to get, we got a chance to be in trouble the second half of the year. 40 of the last 60 on the road.
Well, they better make some hay before then. I think these games are really important to them.
Yep, this is the first big road trip. They stop here, Oakland, then Anaheim.
Yeah, they're going to be up against some good pitching. The Mariners and then the A's and the pitching that they have.
Joe Girardi, his 4th year. Switch hitter Nick Swisher, right fielder. Swisher 1 for 5. That was in last night's contest, and 1 for 3 the night before. And of course, Goody took a home run away from him on Friday night. 0-2. Home plate umpire Jerry Davis, Greg Gibson at first, Todd Tichenor at second, and Sam Holbrook at third. Yankees over their last 11 games are 7-4. 2-2.
Vargas topping out at 89 miles an hour so far.
Fell off.
Just saw something that we've talked about a few times this year, but it's nice to have Franklin Gutierrez back in center field. He is shading Swisher over towards right center. And he kept trying to get the attention of Michael Saunders because Michael was playing straight away left field or even shading towards the line. He finally pulls him over a little bit with him trying to close that gap up. Try to keep the same amount of distance between you, and Franklin's really good at taking charge of the outfield, making sure guys are in the positions that they need to be in, along with everything else that he brings to the club.
Yanked wave foul. Gold Glover And he's going to get a bunch more. Drive deep to left. Saunders going back, and it's in the bullpen. A home run for Swisher. His third of the year. And Yankee power setting the table again. That's his 79th home run, and the Yankees have homered in each of these 3 games. Hit it on a 2-2 pitch.
And not much doubt about it. Looks like he gets a fastball out over the plate. It is belt high. See Jimenez reaching out there trying to get that one back before Swisher can get to him, but right on the barrel into the back of the bullpen.
7th home run given up by Vargas. Ties him with Bedard for the most given up on the team. Here's Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones, been around for a long time, 411 career home runs. Entered last night's game as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning. 2-0 pitch from Vargas. Misses inside. Vargas played for Joe Girardi in the 06 Florida Marlins ball club. So speaks quite highly of Jason. 3-1. On deck hitter is Eduardo Nunez, getting the start at shortstop today. That was a full rip by Jones.
Well, he knows what to do with a 3-1 count. As you mentioned, 411 career home runs for him. You get a fastball in the middle of the plate. That's the kind of swing you like to see a hitter take.
Will count, payoff. Dribble foul.
They changed speeds, staying a lot of fastballs to Andrew Jones. Started him off with a couple of off-speed pitches. He's gone with his fastball since then.
Do it again at 3-2. Run in, 1 out, nobody on. Time called. What really good crowd on hand. 37,354 last night. And Jones is aboard. Vargas thought he had one. Second walk issued by Jason.
I like the pitch. Try to get that cutter in on his hands. But he just missed off the plate inside.
Cloudy day, but very pleasant temperature. It's 61 degrees and the winds are calm today. Standing room only. Crowd stood just off straightaway center field in the pen, which has been a highly successful venture here at Safeco Field. Here's Eduardo Nunez at the shortstop today with Jeter DHing. Stopped by Joe Girardi's office real quick and hollered at him. Tell me about Eduardo Nunez. Says exciting, electric, and fast, but you never know what you're going to get.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but he wasn't their pinch runner last night after that. They're getting picked off the first night.
That's right. Fabulous play with Jamie Wright picking him off second base, working with Brendan Ryan.
Yeah.
I have down here in my scorebook that ends the 8th inning, asleep at the wheel.
Yeah. With a 1-run lead, and he gets picked off at second.
With kudos to that fine country western group.
So he will be a tough customer to double up in this situation. I don't think Andrew Jones will end up going anywhere. I don't think he has any desire to steal at this point in his career.
He was a guy to giddy up and go. I want to apologize to fans. We've had technical difficulties in the early part of this ball game. This one popped foul. Thanks for hanging with us. We work to get those problems resolved.
things the Yankees have also shown is a lot of patience. Vargas, now this next pitch will be number 39 for him here in the second inning with just one out.
To Nunez. Foul off the pitch way upstairs. 1-0 on a Swisher home run.
Take a look at how late this swing is. Almost takes it right out of Chris Jimenez's glove. Didn't get much of it.
Vargas ready with the 0-2 pitch with Jones at first. One out. Center field. Gutierrez is there. 2 outs. Here's Francisco Cervelli, the catcher. Cervelli playing in just his 8th game, as Russell Martin is doing all the catching for the Yankees and having a good year with 9 homers and 26 RBIs. There's what Francisco's done. Cervelli out of Valencia, Venezuela. Same town that produced Felix Hernandez. Long pause by Vargas. First pitch. Ball 1. On his way up to the majors, Cervelli was named the best defensive catcher in the Yankee organization by Baseball America for 4 consecutive years. One and one, they count. Mariners starting today with a record of 26-25. First time over 500 since they were 2-1 back on April 3rd. High fly ball center field. Gutierrez will put it away. 3rd out for the Yankees. They get a run on the Swisher home run. Home second coming up. Yankees lead it by the count of 1-0. One nothing Yankees on a Nick Swisher home run. A lot of fans, some great work on their rally fry signs.
Yeah, we were a little slow on the gun this year, getting the rally price cranked back up, but we're here for you. Thanks for coming out today and bringing your sign. I see the Army wives out here today.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
We salute them here on this Memorial Day weekend. Sabathia set the Mariners down 1-2-3 in the first inning. Here's Gutierrez, Mike Wilson, and Ryan here in the second. Sabathia against the Mariners in 3 starts, 3-0 record, 0.86 ERA. His 1-0 career here in Seattle. Wouldn't call CC svelte, but he's at 290, down from 310 as you look at Gutierrez. So glad to have him back, and now start to see him, Mike, with that day off in between. He went 3 for 5 last night with a run scored.
It's good to see. As we're noticing here today, hitting cleanup against the left-handed pitcher. That'll certainly help the Mariners out.
Teammate of Sabathia in Cleveland. He's 5 for 15 against him. Popped it up towards the line. Long run for Swisher. And he's there in fair territory. Wow. Here's Mike Wilson. Mike 3 for 18 on the season since being called up, hitting 167, no homers, 3 runs batted in. His first look at CC Sabathia. Last few stops we've made, guys, broadcasters and players asking about Mike Wilson, and they hear a story about 10 years of perseverance. And who doesn't like a story like that he hung in there, and here he is in the bigs.
Well, let's see if he can get on a fastball today. Up on CC Sabathia early in a count or two.
Like DHing today. It's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Heralded high school player in Tulsa. Linebacker, running back, was headed to the University of Oklahoma. Then he decided to go with the Mariners. 2-1.
I'm sure that his knees thank him for that.
Good call. 2-1. Let's see what he gets here on a 3-1 pitch.
My guess is he will get a good fastball, probably away, and hopefully he'll get on it. Brendan Ryan waiting on deck. He has been a hot hitter for the Mariners.
Here's Chambliss encouraging Mike to stay up the middle with his hitting. Pulls this one, it's foul.
One of the things that's hard to do. You don't get to play a lot, waiting for that one left-hander to come along once a week, and you can do a hitter's count. And when you're a power guy like Mike, you want to get out there and snatch a fastball. It's so tough to stay within yourself.
And you got a premier pitcher on the mound here today. Good Sunday morning to you, sir. 3-2 pitch. Walked him, so Mike Wilson's aboard. First walk issued by Big CC Sabathia against 1 strikeout. Hey, for as little as $10, you can take your family and friends out to the ballgame next week. It'll be the next BECU Half Price Family Day. That's right, tomorrow, the Mariners meet the Orioles, opening up the series. It's a special afternoon game, Memorial Day, and you can get your tickets for as little as $10. So get your tickets to BECU Half Price Family Day, visiting mariners.com/specials. The always upbeat Brendan Ryan. Slashing one, right side base hit. Wilson digging for third. He'll get there easily. Quick bobble by Swisher. We get trouble. No, it's cut off by Cano, and the Mariners catch a break. They catch a break. A double for Ryan. That ball gets through. Ryan's a dead duck at second.
Well, now a 9-game hitting streak for Brendan Ryan as he inside out this fastball. Gets in on him a little bit, but slices it down the right field line. Brendan always hustling. Never have to worry about that with him. He'll go as hard as he can. Takes a chance going for 2 here as he sees that bobble. That's why he decided to go. Swisher a strong arm, but Cano decided to cut it off. And I think you're right, Dave. I think if he lets that go, If it's on the bag, it's hard to tell from up here, but if it's on line, he's going to be out. The Mariners catch a break.
1 out. Runners at second and third for Jack Wilson. Jack pinch runner last night. Played at Minnesota last week on the 23rd. Scored 3 runs, tied his career best. Out early, taking some work at second base with the rest of the infielders. Let's see if he can slip one to the right side. They play Jack shallow in the outfield, a little bit towards right. There's the deployment by the Yankees. Good arms, not super arms in the outfield for New York. High heat, 1 and 2. Zach Wilson 2 for 18 against Sabathia. Did he check? No, he did not. He's gone, says Jerry Davis. 2 outs, second strikeout for Sabathia.
What makes Sabathia so tough? He gets to that hard slider down and into the right-hander. It's tough to hold up on it.
Here's Michael Saunders. He came into the game last night, defensive replacement for Figueroa in the 7th. And in his 1 plate appearance, he struck out on a 2-2 pitch looking in the 11th with a man aboard. He's 1 for 8 against CC. Nothing sweeter than a 2-out base knock. Pick up a couple of runs right here. Mariners encouraging Michael to be a lot more aggressive swinging the bat. See how materializes here in a big spot. One and one. Jack Wilson. Jason Vargas. Just hoping, praying for a base hit. Looper left field. Coming in is Andrew Jones, and that'll do it. So Mariners get runners at second and third, 1 out. Can't get them home. Yankees lead 1-0. Michael Pineda, he's scheduled to take the mound. Mariners will be hosting the Orioles, and for $14 per person, groups of 4 to 12 can get a ticket to Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Day. Great deal. Hot dog, Pepsi, and a ticket to see the Mariners and the Orioles. So take advantage, folks. Mariners.com/specials is where you want to go for your info. Top of the third inning. Back to the top of the order in Jeter. Second time around against Jason Vargas. Jeter walked in a 3-1 pitch to start the ballgame. Adam Kennedy, Mariner hero again last night. Big hit off of Mariano Rivera. That was in the 12th inning, ending a game at 11:28 p.m. Pacific time. 5-4 Mariners in 12. Given game 2 of this series. 4 hours and 18 minutes at the time of the game last night. Two and one to Jeter. Jeter, Granderson, and Teixeira here in the third. Nice pitch by Vargas, 2-2.
Nice changeup. So difficult task for Jason is trying to work deep into a game. We've talked about his pitch count, but you also have to be careful with the pitches that you throw. And if he can stay right there with his changeup, he'll be in good shape today.
Jeter 3 for 10 on the series, 2-2. Baltimore Orioles come in. 3-game set for tomorrow. We'll be with you at 1:10. Doug Fister, Eric Bedard, and Michael Pineda will be the Mariner pitchers. 2-2, down low. On deck hitter Curtis Granderson. Yankees lead on a Nick Swisher solo home run in the second inning. A speed pitch, and Jeter DHing today, earned his second walk. Third walk of the game by Vargas. Center fielder, 50 pitches already for Vargas. Here we are just into the third inning.
27 pitches in the second inning. I believe that's the amount of pitches Felix threw in the second inning in last night's game.
Correct.
Oh, he's going to have a couple of quick ones. Tough against the Yankees. They're a patient club.
Generally don't see a lot of walks from Vargas. He walked 4 his last outing at Minnesota. Ball 1. That was in 4 2/3 innings. That is his season high. Granderson on a terrific tear for the Yankees. Batting in a 2-hole. Mentioned he's closed down his stance. And when he finishes his swing, he's finishing it with 2 hands and not with the one-handed follow-through. That was Charlie Lau and Walt Rinniak. That was their philosophy on hitting.
Well, it's working for him with 16 home runs and 37 RBIs, hitting second in this lineup.
It's a strike, 1 and 2. How good is Granderson this year? Leads the ball club in runs, total bases, triples, homers, ribbies. He struck out the most. 7 stolen bases as tops, and slugging .616 entering today. It's a critical out for Vargas. Jeter stole a base last night, number 327. Topping the Yankee chart there. Quick throw over. Surpassing the great Ricky Henderson. A lot of bases Ricky ran up, and you saw a lot of those. You were there with him.
Ricky Henderson. He's something, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He could play at 50.
Yeah, I'm laughing because I'm thinking the same thing. I think I was talking to Hendo about that. I mean, he could probably come out and give you a couple days.
I think so.
Right? A special guy, man.
One of the few guys that, when I was in Oakland, he started off that year struggling, and he was winding things down. I don't know, 230, 240, but still dangerous. Jeter takes off on the pitch. Still dangerous. Way to get on late and still steal that bag when you needed it.
Well, there's your key phrase right there. When you need it, it's like we saw Saunders had a money bag during the road trip. Everybody in the ballpark knew he had to get the second, and he did, and that was Ricky every day.
Yeah, Ricky every day. Well, he went through those years where he was stealing 100, which is ridiculous to even think about it in today's game. But he said that he thought he could still do it, which is not surprising that he would say that, but he said he'd just save it for the end of the game when they really needed it.
Yeah. He's hit Granderson on a 1-2 offer. Jeter will hold it second. So the Yankees building something here in the third. And later on today, Kenny Cooper and the Portland Timbers, they look to continue their MLS home unbeaten streak. They'll take on DC United from the Rose City's Wynn Field. The action gets underway at 4:30 right here on Root Sports. Apologize to our viewers for our technical difficulties today. Fellas are working on it. Guys and girls are working on it. Goes to the grindstone to get it fixed. No outs. First and second. Here's Teixeira. And he looks at a ball. Teixeira 2 for 10 against Vargas.
First pitch strikes in the game, 12 batters, just 3 first pitch strikes for Jason.
Out of play. 1-1. A couple of NFL special teams coaches were searching out some numbers in the Seattle Police Department for their fine work last night, tackling open field tackling here at the ballpark last night.
Suggestion to the fans, stay in the stands, please.
Got to remember, it will cost you a significant piece of change if you want to run out in the field, not to mention the criminal charges that will be pending immediately. The boys are on hand, ready to roll. They were in good spirits. I was commending a lot of the fellas as I was walking out last night. Hey, fellas, good job tonight. Good stuff.
Good changeup.
Yes, it was. 2-2. Good speed out there, Jeter. Very good speed with Granderson at first base. 2-2 to Teixeira. Vargas off the mound. Throws out Teixeira. Runners move up. So a little short roller. Teixeira, who's the power guy, but guess what? He did his job. He moved the runners up second and third with 1 out for Rodriguez. Vargas still in some hot water.
Alex flew out to center field his first time up. Mariners keep the infield back, so they'll concede a run if Alex hits it on the ground.
Saunders deep and left. Vargas from the wind. They had him fooled. Way out in front, strike one. A-Rod jumped on a 2-0 pitch first at bat when he flied out.
This is a changeup away from him. Reaches out and hits it right off the end of the bat. Fortunately, that ball went foul because everybody's playing back on the infield.
Oh, 1 to Rodriguez. Alex has been swinging the bat reasonably well over his last 11 games. Matter of fact, very well at 396. Down to Figgins. He'll come home. Play at the plate. He is out. Nicely done by Figgins to Jimenez. Cutting down the run at home plate.
Ball is hit sharply at Figgins. Nice heads-up play. Jeter takes off. Plenty of time. Throws a little bit high, but Jimenez, watch the stick his foot out there and block Jeter's foot from getting to home plate. That's the difference in that play. If he doesn't get his foot back down in time, I think Jeter is able to get in there, but he puts his foot down and stops him just enough before he gets to the plate. Just a really nice play by Chris. There you go. That's a great look at it right there. Nice job, guys. That look right there, I'll show you exactly what happened. I think he gets his foot in there, but a nice play by Chris.
2 outs. Runners at the corners on the fielder's choice. 5-2. Brings up Cano, and we thank you fans for your indulgence as we took care of our technical difficulties. Good to have you with us here, Mariner Baseball. 1-0 on a Nick Swisher second inning home run. Swing and a miss by Cano. Cano, if you missed it, with 1 out in the second inning on a 2-2 pitch, Swisher with the home run. And for Swish, that's his 3rd homer and 20th RBI. And 3rd game in a row now that the Yankees have hit at least 1 home run. And Swish is on deck. And Robinson Cano grounded out to Smoke. His first at bats. Vargas trying to get out of it here. And he does it. Base hit scores Granderson. Rodriguez will motor to 3rd. And an RBI by Robinson Cano, his 34th. 2-0 Yankees.
Looks like he gets a fastball. They want to come inside. That's a good pitch. That pitch is on the inside corner. Just a nice piece of hitting by actually in off the plate by Robinson Cano. Carl Willis making a trip out to the mound. Then giving Jason a little bit of a break. He had to throw 27 pitches in the second inning, and he's had to work through this one. Right now his total is 66 pitches with 2 outs here in the 3rd. There you go, 23 so far in this inning. And as Dave mentioned, and we just showed you, Swisher's coming to the plate, and he's already homered in the game.
4 for 9 now against Vargas. Swisher's the 6th hitter here in the 3rd inning. Ball 1. Well, we welcome you folks back. Thanks for hanging in. We had some audio and video difficulties, but we got them solved. It's 2-0 Yankees. Top of the 3rd, 2 out, runners at the corners. And a strike to Swisher at 1-1. The Yankees leading the major leagues in home runs. Swisher's home run gives him 79. Two and 1. Mariners mounted to threat in the second inning. They get runners at 2nd and 3rd. A walk and a double by Ryan with 1 out. And a strikeout and a fly out. Put the stopper in that bottle. The 2-1 pitch. The changeup again. 2-2. Vargas has established that changeup as a got to have a striker get ahead pitch. It'll be interesting to watch his reaction to the Yankees' reaction to that.
I think what we're going to find is he's starting to throw more cutters inside. I thought that was a key to this game. He set that last changeup with a good fastball inside. Even if he misses in there, just as a hitter, you get a look at it, speed things up, and throw a good changeup down and away. It's tough to lay off of it.
Runner goes. No throw to second. Stolen base, Cano. That's his 5th of the season. He's 5 out of 6.
usually predetermined whether they're going to throw down with 2 outs and a runner at third. They decide not to take a chance on it and give Cano the base.
So the guy they want right now is Nick Swisher. 3-2 count, 2 out, 2 on.
That call to the catcher, by the way, comes from the bench. They'll let him know where they want him to go with the ball, if they want him to fake a throw or go ahead and try to get him. And look at Jimenez's reaction to it. He had no intention of throwing down to second base.
Swisher, his 3rd home run, first right-handed, dangerous customer right here. 3-2, the count, pitch. Bases are loaded. 4th walk issued by Vargas. Bases filled for Andrew Jones.
Boy, we're talking about Jason having to get deep into this game. That's not going to happen. 72 pitches now with 2 outs here in the 3rd. His pitch count is really climbing up there on him.
Right now, the only man up in the bullpen is Jamie Navarro, the bullpen coach, but won't be surprised to see somebody get up.
Jamie might have an inning or 2 left in him.
He very well might. Off the end of the bat.
Well, there you go. Some work. David Polly's pitched 2 innings in both of these games, so 4 innings of work for him so far. Jamie Wright's been in both the games. So is Brandon League. Aaron Lappy, he should be good to go with just 2/3 innings pitched for him. Take a look at it. Those guys have really done a nice job for the Mariners.
Felix, swing and a miss by Jones, 0-2. If there's ever time Vargas needs a K, it's right here. 0-2, bases loaded, 2 outs, a run in. Pitch outside. 1-2, 7th man to the plate here in the 3rd inning. Rodriguez, Cano, and Swisher on the base paths. They take their lead. 1-2, dribble foul.
He went back to the changeup. Diving down and away, and Jones just gets a piece of it. That pitch off the plate away. You can see him out in front right off the end of the bat. He just barely, you can see his top hand starting to come off of the bat so that he can stay down the line and get a piece of that. But a good pitch again from Vargas. "27 pitches last inning, and I have him for 33 here in this inning so far, Dave." Yeah.
That is tough. 1-2 pitch. Hit the other way. That's a lot of trouble. Down into the corner. Here comes A-Rod. Here comes Cano. Motoring to third and getting a big wave on from Robert Thompson is Swisher. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. Into third is Andrew Jones. A bases clearing triple. Going to call it a double. Takes third on the throw.
This is a pitch. He stayed away from Andrew, and that pitch up a little bit, just enough for Jones to get a piece of it, and hits it down into the corner. So it rattles down there. Mariners did everything they could to get it back in. A nice relay from Jack, and you can see Jimenez trying to reach back and touch the shoulder of Swisher as he reaches back and puts his hand on the plate. That's hard to tell from that angle. Chris jumped up like he thought he had a piece of Swisher as he came in. Take a look at the arm right here. See if he gets a piece of the arm as he slides into home. Oh, he definitely did. Got him right on the elbow.
They did get him. 5-0. The Yankees on a 4-run 3rd inning. They got him.
Right on the elbow. So Chris was right.
Here's a drive into the gap off the bat of Eduardo Nunez, and that's going to go all the way to the fence. Nunez in the high gear, digging for third, and he's in there with a slide. Nunez with his first triple of the season, and the Yankees are just unleashing here in the 3rd. As Jones scores. 6-0. Boy, oh boy.
He's running out of gas and not much on the slide. He kind of rolls sideways into third. But it'll be a triple. He hangs on to the bag.
He knows it was not the most elegant slide.
You'll hear about it too.
But he gets an RBI triple. Girardi was right on the money. Fast, exciting. You don't know what you're going to get. Jeff Gray is up and throwing. Cervelli will stand in and hit now. He's the 9th man to the plate here in the 3rd inning. Popped it up towards the line, fading from the line. Foul territory. Strike one. Number one slugging, scoring, and home run team, the Yankees. Unloading on Vargas. 6 runs on 5 hits. Runner still at third. Cervelli popped to center. First time up, 0-2. Very long inning. Swing and a miss. And that will end the carnage here in the 3rd inning. As the Yankees score 5 times and take a 6-0 lead.
Put up 5 in the 3rd, but Chris Jimenez prevents Derek Jeter from scoring, and the replay shows he got Nick Swisher too. He's going to lead off this inning at the plate. Which bat to grab? That's easy. Which glove? That's harder for him, guys. He has 7 gloves in his bag. 3 catcher's glove. 1 is his gamer. 1's his backup. The other bullpens. 2 first base gloves. 1 small infielder's glove, and an outfielder's glove. Yeesh, that's a lot of cow.
It's a big bag. Good stuff, Angie. Thank you very much. Chris Jimenez batting in the 9-hole. Leads off here in the bottom of the 3rd. Jimenez, Ichiro, and Figgins. So being over 500, nobody said it was going to be easy. Mariners down 6-0 against 4-time All-Star CC Sabathia.
Yeah, well, sweeping anybody is tough. The good news, the Mariners have already won the series coming into this game, but they certainly have their work cut out for them with CC on the mound. All you can do at this point, Dave, is just try to pick up a little bit here and there, and hopefully you get close towards the end of this one. A lot of game left.
Next up, they're 1-2. 5 runs on 4 hits and a man left by the Yankees in the 3rd inning. Yankees says point of hit for the cycle. Swisher homer, triple Nunez, double Jones, and a couple of singles. One and two to Jimenez. Jimenez playing in his 12th game. El Olivo, this would have been his regularly scheduled day off anyway. A couple of night games, particularly after 4 hours and 18 minutes last night. Upstairs, Miguel is full tilt hustle down the first baseline, dives for first base, and got the bag, was in there safely, but face planted. It busted up his the top and above and below his left eye. 2-2. If we hadn't seen it ourselves, I would have said, so how's the other guy look?
Well, unfortunately for him, he pretty much made all the highlights last night with that. First base turned into a speed bump for him. You have to admire it. He was running hard and he was determined to get down there.
Mike Wedge was asked about this. Of course we tell guys not to do that, but you know, this guy, he plays everything up against the wall. Let's get it done. 2-2. Reaches out, pulls it down to the shortstop, Eduardo Nunez. Nice arm, throws it across, 1 out. Take a look at the Mariner calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. The Orioles, Buck Showalter in it. Adam Jones and company, they come to town for 3, and then we see Joe Madden and the Rays come in. I think it was about a road trip or 2 ago. Joe, always very thematic with his road trips. His boys were wearing all white on the road trip. See that? They had a big picture of everybody.
I didn't see it, no.
White from head to toe.
Keep in mind tomorrow a day game. Wednesday also a 12:40 start.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah. Reminder for both of us.
Hey, Mike, what time's the game on Monday? I think it's 17.
I did not see that picture.
The picture. It's great. Yeah, you got to Google it. It's good stuff. They had him do a black thing last year, all black. They had another one where he had him do country western. So I'd be curious to see what Mr. Madden has for the fellas when they come in next weekend. Itchy meter. Looking to get to 60 and beyond.
Need to get him to start clicking on that thing again. Been struggling a little bit as of late. Average down to 276.
Yeah, he's no longer the team leader in batting average. Adam Jones is at 290. Mitchell still leads games played, at bats, hits, and runs, intentional walks, and stolen bases. Cano backhands, flips across. He makes that play so effortlessly, and I love to always cite Manny Trio because I love to watch Manny Trio make you get down coming into second base, right?
You get down early too, by the way.
Yeah, all right. Mariners Little League days, they continue next Sunday when the Mariners close out the series with the Rays. All future stars 14 and under receive a poster featuring Mariner third baseman John Figgins, thanks to Pepsi. Get your ticket by going to mariners.com/tickets. You ever get teed up going into second? Somebody...
Oh, no. No. I got down early.
Did you do the veteran move? You either get down early or run in the right.
Yeah, peel off. Yeah, with my speed, it was a peel off happened quite often, trust me.
First time I really noticed that was Mr. Aaron was very late in his career. And a guy hit a bullet one hopper, and he went, see ya. Anderson having played pretty well. Can he outrun it? He does. Figgins flies out. That'll do it for the Mariners. 1-2-3 here in the third. Third of the way through. 6-0 Yankees. Be his third plate appearance. Visit our AT&T trivia question. Which club has the fewest members? 3,000 hit club, 500 home run club, 300 wins, or 300 saves? Wow, that's a good one, Curtis. That's a good question. Has the fewest members, hits, homers, wins, ribbies. I will go. Let me go saves.
Not sure I understand the question.
Which club of 3,000 hit club, 500 home run club, 300 wins, 300 saves, in those subcategories, which has the fewest members?
Well, the Yankees don't have anybody with 3,000 hits. Jeter will be the first.
Right, but it has nothing to do. This is overall in Major League Baseball history.
Oh, okay. I would go with you.
All right.
Yes. The saves.
Got that answer for you later. 95323. Here you go. 95323.
Yeah, I would say 300 saves.
You hadn't heard that Frank Sinatra version of Mrs. Robinson?
No, that's why I asked you.
It's a good one. I had to ask Robbie, because I hadn't heard it either. But I thought the voice was familiar. To my Italian friends, my apologies. Sorry. Should have known that immediately. Jeter's third appearance already. He's walked twice. Jeff Gray picked up on waivers. Jeter goes right side. And Vargas will beat him to the bag. One out. With Vargas, it's 2 subpar performances in a row now.
Yeah, 82 pitches to get through 3 innings. 4 walks, that was the one that hurt him. A couple of walks in that last inning in the third.
4 walks, the one in the fourth one scored. That was Swisher. Scored on the Jones 3-run double. Here's Granderson. Base hit to right and a run scored in that third inning. 5 runs on 4 hits for the Yankees in that inning. Jeff Gray, his second Seattle appearance. His debut 5 days ago in Minnesota. CC Sabathia, meanwhile, has held the Mariners to 1 hit. That hit a double by Ryan. Second inning. Two-two pitch. Jeff Gray worked 6 games with the White Sox. 2.70 ERA. He's a veteran, been around. A's 08-09, Cubs last year, and White Sox a portion of this year.
That's a good arm. His fastball will be 93, 94 miles an hour.
Two to Granderson. Hit it a long way, deep right. Ichiro going back, and it's off the fence. And Granderson at full throttle eases into second with a double. Second consecutive hit for Curtis Granderson. That's his 8th double of the season.
And again, another 3-2 count. It's a fastball right in the middle of the plate. Hits it hard out and gets over Ichiro's head in a hurry. It's in the middle of the fence. Almost was able to get by him. Nice play by Ichiro to barehand that. Almost overran it.
Here's Teixeira. First time batting left-handed today. He's homered the last 2 games as a lefty. And he's got a base hit. Granderson will come around and score to make it 7-0. RBI for Teixeira, his 36th. Root Sports is looking for the biggest Mariner fans in the Northwest throughout the season. We're going to be going state to state to find the most passionate fans in our region. This month we want to hear from devoted fans in Montana. So log on to rootsports.com and show us what you've got. Show us why you're one of the Mariners' ultimate Northwest fans. Great state of Montana. Big Sky country. All one to Rodriguez. 0 for 2. Alex 0 for 2. Career against Gray. Two 2-0. RBIs scattered all up and down the Yankee lineup today. 2 openers, make it 3-0. On deck, Robinson Cano. Back with a strike. One. In there for a strike. 622 career home runs.
And another 3-2 count.
Runner goes, swung on and missed. Throw by Jimenez. Looks like it's in time. It is. Got him. Strike him out. Throw him out, double play. That'll end it right there. Teixeira picks up an RBI, and the Yankees had another run. It's 7-0 New York. To revisit our AT&T trivia question, which club has the fewest members? 3,000 hit club, the home run club, the 300 wins, the 300 saves. Fans, listen to us. Dave and Mike, they went with us. It's D saves. Closest is Francisco Cordero. Tim Wakefield, he's thrown well his last couple outings. Mr. Guerrero got a long way to go, but he's had a Hall of Fame career. And Derek Jeter closing in on 3,000. Work to do for the Mariners. Down 7-0, and one of the premier pitchers on the mound, CC Sabathia. Smoke. Gutierrez, Mike Wilson here in the fourth.
I was actually surprised to see all those categories as close as they were.
Popped it up. Second, they got shortstop being waved off by Andrew Jones. One out. Get on board. Mariners Go Green fan train. It's coming up Friday. Mariners meet the Rays. First 20,000 fans receive this year's edition of the popular collectible train car series from Mariners.com. Mariners Go Green. Mariners.com/tickets is where you want to go to get your information. How much of a struggle is the top of the order had? 1 through 4 hitters coming into this inning. 2 for 23. 2 runs scored in this series.
Yeah, the offense winning the first 2 games came from the bottom of the order. They were the ones doing the damage.
Bounce down to Rodriguez. 2 down. Sabathia, 7 straight retired since giving up the 1-out, 1-on double to Ryan back in the second inning. Last time Mariners saw CC Sabathia was at Yankee Stadium last August 22 as Wilson fouls one back. Sabathia went 6 shutout innings. Yankees won it 10-0. CC gave up 3 hits, no walks, 8 Ks, and hit a batter. Held the Mariners hitless through the first 4 innings. His last start in Seattle, July 11 last year. Up high. 1 earned run in 7 innings. Got a win in an 8-2 victory. Two and on the count to Mike Wilson, who walked his first time up, got to third on the double by Ryan, and they were stranded there. 1 out in the second inning, with the Yankees ahead 1-0 on a Swisher home run. 2-1 from Sabathia. High fly ball left field for Jones coming in. 8 in a row retired by CC Sabathia. He has not had to sweat since the second inning. 7-0 Yankees.
Banner Bank, better ideas, better banking. By the new Quest 5-year price lock promise. Visit quest.com/promise for details. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more information, visit emeraldqueen.com. Dave.
Good walking day in Pioneer Square. Maybe taking some of the underground tour. Enjoying some of the fun things here in Seattle. Good crowd on hand here at Safeco Field, south of Pioneer Square. And Mariner fans right now hoping for a 0 to be posted by Jeff Gray and 3 field goals, and the Mariners right back in this game. Robinson, Cano to lead off. Cano, Swisher, Jones, 5, 6, and 7. Deep drive, left field, but Saunders tracks it. 1 out. Jeff Gray came on in the 4th inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Jason Vargas chased after 3 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs all earned, 4 walks and a strikeout. And one guy who did some damage is Nick Swisher. Stands in right now. Got a solo home run in the 2nd inning. Walked and scored in the 3rd. Looking at some of the other scores, Toronto put up a 13 at home against Chicago, beat them 13-4.
Think Batista had any fun in that game?
Early on, he didn't have a homer. He did have an RBI. Saunders puts that one away, but I'm going to check again. I'd be willing to bet that he does. He had at least 1 home run. Angels 6-5 winners at Minnesota. But Tampa Bay shutting out Cleveland.
Took it on the chin today, 7-0.
Baltimore down in Oakland. They'll be coming north here. They lead 4-2. In the 5th, and no home runs for Mr. Bautista. Kansas City leading Texas 5-3 in the 8th. Under Jones, the hitter. Bases clearing double into 3rd. And his RBI total to 10. Pickens gets a nice, very nice hop. Throws over the smoke, and Gray efficient in the 5th. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. Home 5th coming up. Ryan, Jack Wilson, and Saunders coming up. AT&T. By Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants. And by Widmer Brothers Brewing, brewing without boundaries. Great look at the Space Needle, downtown Seattle. Gorgeous. Starting to pick up the weather. Some of the clouds starting to move out, which is a good sign.
Nice, comfortable day today.
I like it.
Turn the fans off for you today, Dave.
Yeah, thank you very needed it. Tell you what, it's like they were coming from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory last night. Man, that wind was coming in. Whatever they were reading, just triple it. Ryan, Jack Wilson, and Saunders. Ryan with the only hit for the Mariners, a double to right field. One to Brendan. Mariners need to pick me up, and they need it quickly.
Had many base runners. The one hit you mentioned for Brendan and a walk to Mike Wilson back in the second inning, and that has been it.
Matthews retired the last 8 men that he's faced since that Ryan double. Three and one. Jack Wilson's on deck. Way outside. Third base runner today. Second walk by Sabathia. Leadoff effort here in the fifth by Ryan. Check out our Banner Bank building to the future. How about shortstop Nick Franklin at Class A High Desert? Last 7 games, well, he is ripping it up. 469 for the season, 286 with a good look at OPS at 824.
And all the reports says he can pick it at shortstop. See if he can climb up a level over the course of this summer.
The other thing I remember when they drafted him a few years ago, the young man is not lacking in confidence.
That's a good thing, though. Nothing wrong with that.
Comes right out. I'm going to be here soon. 1-1. Rare that you see Sabathia walk somebody. Entering today, 62 walks over 22 strikeouts.
Yeah, especially with a 7-0 lead. Usually he just starts pounding the strike zone with fastballs.
Can't get it, base hit. And Nunez tried to cover the hole. Jack Wilson with a base hit. Mariners have 2 on.
Aggressive on the fastball and finds the hole. Nunez has a lot of range at shortstop, but can't quite get to that one. I think even if he comes up with it, good runners. Brendan Ryan would make it into second. No way he's going to make a throw across the diamond to get Jack. Let's see if Michael Saunders can keep things moving along here for the Mariners.
Strike one. Fans into this ball club, they'll like that. 37,290. I grant you there's some Yankee fans here, but good showing by Mariner fans. 37,290. You can hear the yes by Jerry Davis. Saunders in an 0-2 hole.
He's just going to have to learn that sometimes that first pitch fastball isn't a bad one to take a hack at.
The book and videotape have been spread around. One and two to Michael. Flat out to left on a 1-1 pitch. Back in the second inning.
That was one of the better fastballs we've seen from Sabathia, 96 miles an hour.
Sabathia's third K. 1 out, 5th inning. Chris Jimenez will stand in. Mariners trying to generate some offense. Just 2 hits against Sabathia. If you followed CeCe's career, that's a fairly familiar refrain. Tuno. Sabathia coming off a 21-7 season, 237 innings. He will rack up some innings. First year with the Yankees, he went for 230. That's starting to get into old school territory.
Yeah. Well, you look at him, he's a big man. You mentioned 290 pounds. He's also, what, 6'6", 6'7" in that area.
Cleveland and Milwaukee in 08 he combined for 255, make 253. 253 innings. 3-1. Gave Milwaukee a throw at that stretch drive. He went 11-2. Get him in the playoffs. Couple men on. Second time this has happened here with the Mariners. They had second and third in the second inning. 1 out, couldn't get anybody home. Three and 2 to Jimenez. Keplerman on. And the bases are loaded. Third walk issued by CC Sabathia. So bases loaded, 1 out. See if the Mariners can check in, get some runs on the board. Follow the Mariners at MLB.com at Bat 11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. All you have to do is text @BAT to 31826 or visit Mariners.com for details. Moved here from Tennessee, and we're eating for rally fries. Nice. 1 out, bases loaded. Best opportunity the Mariners have had this afternoon. Strike 1. Ichiro 0 for 2 today, but came in 21 for 58, a 362 batting average against Sabathia. Trying to get into the 6-0 column. Off-speed pitch misses. Play Ichiro towards left and shallow. Huge gap between center and right field. Swung on a miss, that inside pitch.
It's a good hard fastball inside, running in on the hands of Ichiro. Mariners 13 comeback wins this season. Cleveland leads the league with 15, so they've had their share of come from behind. They have a tall order here with 7 runs, but if you can pick up a couple here, it's a good start.
Come from behind in his first 2 games of the series. Put it in play. Sabathia will go 1, 2, 3. Double play. Inning over. Second DP turned by the Yankees today. One place on the planet you hoped he wouldn't hit it was back to the pitcher, and he did. And the Mariners shut down in the 5th at 7-0 Yankees. Budweiser will donate $100 to Folds of Honor for every home run hit in Major League Baseball. Visit Facebook.com/Budweiser to see how you can support our nation's heroes. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Keep it safe and sound. Mariners down 7-0. Had a threat in the fifth, but a 1-2-3 double play ended it. Leading off, it'll be Eduardo Nunez, Francisco Cervelli, and Derek Jeter. Jeff Gray continues. Came on in the fourth inning after Vargas chased after 3 on 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and a K. Nunez tripled left center field last time up. That was a huge third inning for the Yankees. RBI single Cano, 3-run double Jones, Nunez, and RBI triple. CC Sabathia throwing a 2-hit shutout. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. And make that Jack Wilson right there on the spot. Nice play. Five in a row retired by Gray. 37,290 last night. The majority of that 37,354. They stuck around for 4 hours and 18 minutes. See the Mariners win in 12. Adam Kennedy, 12th inning base hit. Here's Cervelli. Flied out to center and struck out.
Heads up.
It's under somebody's seat. But it hit in the hands of somebody and dropped down. Everybody's okay. That's the best news. Hidden ball trick. Mariners enjoying the air of plus 500. Need to stage a heck of a rally to get back and take this baby.
They had a good opportunity to get a little bit closer last inning, but things didn't work out.
Yeah, you were hoping they'd nibble away, get a couple. Did he go? No, sir. Says Greg Gibson.
You don't see the 1-2-3 double play very often.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
If you're playing bingo, you're a happy person.
Good pitch.
Two and two to Cervelli. Gray has struck out 1, hasn't walked anybody. He's 3-2 now to Cervelli with Jeter on deck. Tap foul. Most important thing in a game like this, just keep it right here at 7-0, 7-0. keep playing your defense, and hopefully you get a breakthrough offensively. Foul ball.
Cervelli doesn't get to play much, so he's not going to give that bat away. This next pitch will be number 9 to him in this at bat.
Three-two pitch.
Steak dinner. 10 pitch at bat.
Is that the tradition of most clubs?
I had a hitting coach, Denny Walling. You probably
I remember him.
Denny. Yeah, that's what he would do. He'd buy you a steak dinner if you had a 10 pitch at bat.
I like it.
End up with a hit, you get a baked potato. So.
3-2 pitch. Wow, base hit.
Baked potato.
Whew. Man, did he jump on that one. He's aggressively made the turn. Could have found himself in trouble.
Oh, a bunch of fastballs. He finally times one right and catches it on the barrel. Nice play by Saunders to cut that one off and keep him over at first.
You hook your kids up with that when they have a 10-pitch AB?
Oh, no. Oh.
They don't know that's in play yet, right?
Yeah, not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
just a matter of time. That's what your kids demand. At least your kids are playing baseball. Just up the middle. Jack can't get it. Base hit. And Jeter with the base hit. 2,980 as he moves the inexorable move towards 3,000 career hits. Be the only Yankee to do it. Change things up. Ride Sound Transit to work. You're going to save money and your sanity. Visit soundtransit.org for details. You can vouch for that service.
Yeah, nice ride. Convenient.
Ran some trouble here. 2 for 3 day for Granderson. 2 runs scored. His last 2 times up, he singled and doubled and scored.
I think that ball hit back up the middle. I was hoping Jack would come up with it. That would have been a spectacular double play if he had.
Granderson leans into one. Deep right field. He thrown the corner. Makes the catch.
And
both
running.
runners were on the move. And we're going to get the old double up. The way Granderson's been hitting the ball, these guys were tearing for home. Both Cervelli and Jeter. And they get the double play. So the Mariners catch a break. Nothing across for the Yankees in spite of 2 hits. 7-0 New York. by Washington's Lottery. Play together, win together. And by Budweiser, official beer of the first inning. Great times. They're on deck. Grab some buds. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the Root Sports crew. Great crowd on hand, 37,290. The bullpen guys.
What is that supposed to be?
I don't know. I'll have to get some investigating out there. Somebody may have altered the air out there in the bullpen, maybe. Here's Sean Figgins to lead it off. Mariners were down 7-0 a few Mondays ago against Toronto here at Safeco Field. Came back to win. Down to A-Rod. Figgins retired. He's 0 for 3. One out here in the 6th. CC Sabathia struck out 3. Walked 3. Giving up no runs on 2 hits. Smoker strike out and fly to left. I mentioned CC Sabathia, good numbers against the Mariners in 3 previous starts, 3-0, a 0.86 ERA. Smoke's cooled off a little bit. See if he can pick it up. And check his swing. Smoke still leads the ball club in total bases, doubles, homers, and RBIs. There are the 3 outings. Mr. Sabathia. Boy, 2 earned runs. And what's that? 15, 23 innings. 21 innings.
Yeah, and then you stake him to a 7-0 lead, and that gets awfully tough against one of the better pitchers in the American League.
Well struck. Deep left center field. Going back. It's gone. Justin Smoke. Over the 388 sign. Boy, he cranked that baby for his 7th home run, his 28th RBI. Mariners are on the board. Got it on a 3-1 pitch. That is a real poke because you got to get it out of here to hit it that far.
Yeah, look at that pitch down. It's in the middle of the plate, but it's down.
Sounded good coming off the bat.
Yeah, he just squares that one up. That's barreled up right there and got out of here in a hurry all the way out to the Mariners bullpen. That's a long ways in left center field.
That's well over 400 feet. Bullpen guys high-fiving each other out there. Home run number 7, RBI number 28. The Goose Creek Crusher, Justin Smoke. Look at the bullpen guys. Somebody making way.
No, get out of the way. Oh, that's right off the top of the fence and into the bullpen.
One pitch hammered. How about Goody getting into the act with a base hit? Behind 0-2. And he delivers. And let's deliver some rally fries here in the 6th inning. The Mariners have to run on the board.
Why not? After a home run and a solid base hit, we'll have Piper take him out there. I like the sign. They didn't want to wait 12 innings like we did last night to get their rally fries. We have Abby on the left and Haley's over on the right. They're in town from Weston, Oregon. It's just south of Walla Walla, visiting their grandparents, so it's nice to have them at the ballpark. And we agree, no ties through 12.
Straightaway center field, good seats.
Nice to have them out at the ballpark.
Digging it pretty good there. Mike Wilson, the hitter. Long strike for Mike, who's walked. And fly to left.
CC's still in good shape with his pitch count. Only 82 pitches for him here in the 6th inning.
Oh, 2 to Mike Wilson.
It's just a good fastball in the outside corner, and he can't catch up to it. See how late he is. Pitch basically towards his back leg by the time the barrel comes through the zone.
The 0-2. Mike had a really good series down in San Diego. Pitch from Sabathia, fouled off, just got a piece of it. Boy, that was a full rip.
Well, CC just pumping fastballs in there to him. He's going to put a wrinkle in one here in a minute.
Oh, 2. Really keeps it in play. Pulled a string on him. There's the wrinkle you had advertised. 2 outs. That is strikeout number 4 for Sabathia. Final installment of the Safeco Field soil giveaway. It's coming up tomorrow. Mariners hosting the Orioles. And after the game, 5,000 fans, you're going to take home a 9-quart bag of Safeco Field soil. It's courtesy of Cedar Grove. It's great for gardening and was made from compostable materials. For your tickets, go to mariners.com. Brendan Ryan. Looper, that'll fall in for base hit. Gutierrez will hold it second as Granderson gets it back in. So Ryan, his second hit this afternoon with a walk. He's 2 for 2.
And continues his hot hitting. Now has a 9-game hitting streak. Couple of hits today in that 9-game hitting streak. Now he's hitting well over probably 550 at this point. See, 536 coming into today in an 8-game hitting streak.
Ends up nicely.
Yeah. Jack with a base hit his last time up. Had a solid base hit in the hole on the left side of the infield.
Right to Cano. And he'll throw out Jack Wilson. And that'll do it for the Mariners. You get a home run from Smoke to get on the board. 3 hits total in the inning. 6 in a book, so 7-1 Yankee lead.
Here against the Yankees. Hi friends, Andrew Bentink here at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. And coming into today, the M's were just a half game behind Texas in the AL West. They're trying to keep pace. Remember, they already won the series against the Yankees. We check in on the division scoreboard. The Angels had Dan Herron on the bump today. The Twins had 9 hits, but only 2 runs off of them. Angels win 6-5. Texas starter Alexio Gondo ranked 2nd in the AL in ERA entering today's game, but the Royals raised it with a 5 spot in the 4th. Right now, that game is tied in the 9th inning, and the A's look to slow down Orioles phenom Zach Britton. That one right now has the A's on top, 6-4 in the 7th. Back upstairs to Dave. Actually, it's back downstairs. I'm above you.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Angie. Bouncing ball goes to Smoke off the bat of Teixeira for a quick first out. And if you're geographically curious, Angie was up on this level. We're down there where you see the E in Safeco Field off to your left. And the reaction from the fans here tells you who's at bat. Mr. Rodriguez. 1 for 3 with a run scored.
I think maybe with the way things have gone today, they've lost their enthusiasm. It's not nearly as loud as it was at the start of the game.
Lost a lot of starch. Well, here's Mr. Rodriguez on the all-time list. Mons, Aaron Ruth, Mays, Jr., and A-Rod. Sosa and Tomey. We saw Jim Tomey last week. Well struck right center field. That'll get down for extra bases. Gutierrez, well, just a single as he gets it back in quickly. And Alex certainly not the speed guy. Not as fast as he used to be, but he hit that ball hard.
Really strong man, and the big reason he has some of the biggest hands you'll ever see, and strong wrists, strong hands. You ever notice that when you shake his hand?
Oh, yeah.
How big his hands are?
Mm-hmm.
Huge.
And I get pretty good sized hands, and he's in there.
Yeah.
A 9-game hitting streak rolling. Robinson Cano's the hitter. 1 for 3, an RBI and a stolen base. Rangers win their game against Kansas City on a controversial play at home plate. And we'll have that video for you on the post-game show. And we are up to speed. We're seconds ahead, maybe a minute ahead of the scoreboard, boys. That will stay fair, and Cano is out. Runner to second, Rodriguez. And now they've caught up. Arthur Rhodes was the winner in that game. He goes to 3-2. And Joaquin Soria takes the loss. He's 3-2. Nick Swisher's the hitter. Solo home run in the 2nd. Switch hitter. It was Nick's first home run as a right-hand hitter. Came off a starter, Jason Vargas. Lasted just 3 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs all earned, 4 walks and a strikeout.
And so far, Jeff Gray has done a nice job coming in, eating up some innings, saving the rest of the bullpen today, and he's only given up the 1 run so far. 46 pitches for Jeff. Topped out at 95 miles an hour. Good fastball. He's consistently in the 93, 94 mile an hour range.
Oh, 0-2. Here's how Gray matches up with CC Sabathia at Quest high speed pitch.
Yeah, right there with him.
Good company. Two outs. Alex Rodriguez at second. Gray trying to nip it right here. Post another 0 here in the top of the 7th. One and two. Big 5 spot in the 3rd inning. Cano, an RBI single, 3-run double. Jones, RBI triple. It's led to that tally right there, 7-1. Mariners run on a Justin Smoke solo home run in the 6th. Moves his feet, 2-2. Gray with the 2-2 to Swisher. Here's run full.
Yeah, after getting ahead of him 0-2, he threw a couple of fastballs inside and missed with that last pitch. I think that was the pitch he wanted to put him away with.
Payoff to Swisher. And he walked him. Gray with his first walk. He has 1 strikeout. Runners at first and second for the Yankees. 2 outs here in the 7th. Cotton candy, have some.
Andrew Jones already has a nice day going. It's a double, but he's driven in 3 runs for the Yankees. Scored 1.
Gray's lost his edge here. Two and 0. Not surprising to see Chris Jimenez go talk to him.
Well, they've extended him out there. 53 pitches now, and he was being really aggressive with his fastball, and then he got in a little bit of trouble once Alex got out to second base, and now he's trying to work the edges. I think Carl Willis go and have a conversation with him, talk more about him being aggressive. He has a good fastball today. See if he can get back to that. Chris Ray, looks like it's Chris Ray out in the bullpen getting loose. So he'll probably pick up a couple of innings in this one.
Gray and Ray were the only 2 guys in the bullpen who didn't throw last night. There's Chris. 2-0 count to Andrew Jones. A couple of men on. 2 outs. Oh, man. They need to retie his shoes. He swung so hard.
We've seen that from him a couple of times today. The author of 411 career home runs. 2-0-3-1 counts. He'll turn it loose.
2-1. Mariners will have the bottom of the order coming up, 8-9, and then to the top, 8-9-1. The bottom half of this inning, as soon as Gray can get out of this 2-on, 2-out situation. Well, he's in danger now, 3-2.
Trying to throw his breaking ball. He hasn't been able to get it on the plate. So it'll be another 3-2 count for him. Jones's double, he had a fastball that was away from him. Hit it out to right field.
Runners go. Bouncing ball down to Figgins. Alex jumps over it. Figgins throws across, and that'll do it. So Gray gets out of it. They strand 2 Yankee runners. Home 7th coming up. Still time, but it's running short at 7-1 Yankees.
Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. Hi, friends. Angie Mentink here at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. The M's trailing right now 7-1 as everybody stands up and gets the 7th inning stretch in. It's been one of those days for the hometown nine. I mean, how often do we see Ichiro ground into a double play like he did in the 5th inning? Not very often. I bring it up because Aaron Hill is very similar. Hasn't grounded into a double play in 141 at-bats. We head north to Toronto for our Sterling Savings Bank score. Bases loaded for Aaron Hill, and he unloads them. A grand slam to left field, his first career grand slam, and the Blue Jays end up whipping the White Sox 13-4. Dave, Mike, back to you.
That's a lot of runs. Brett Gardner takes over in left field for Andrew Jones. Yankees up 7-1. Following a big guy, their horse, CC Sabathia, giving up a run on 5 hits. He struck out 3. I think that he's walked 3 and struck out 2. Pounding the zone, multiple pitches. Here's Michael Saunders.
He has a nice lead to work with too. That makes it difficult, you know, when he's on the mound. It's tough when he can just pump heaters on the outside corner.
Or
have that one drop in there.
Some pitch.
Yeah, well, you know, Mariners have their own Cy Young Award winner, Felix Hernandez, and if you stake him to a lead like this, he'll do the same thing. He knows what to do with it and put teams away. And CC There you go. Strike one, strike two.
Saunders struck out on a 1-2 pitch last time. Fly to left. And his first at bat. Breaking ball. Quick dismissal. 1 out in the 7th. 5 Ks. 4 Sabathia. Chris Jimenez. An opportunity to play today. Gil Olivo getting a much deserved rest. 0 for 1 for Chris. Back. Jimenez doesn't get a lot of starting opportunities. This is his 12th game of the season. His 10th start behind the dish. Two balls, 1 strike. Right behind the scoreboard. Out in left field. Where you need vantage point. 2-1. Don't forget, Baltimore comes to town next 3 days. Doug Fister against Jake Arrieta. Eric Bedard against Jeremy Guthrie. Michael Pineda against Chris Tillman. Thursday, it'll be Felix against the Tampa Bay Rays. Two balls, 2 strikes. Chris Jimenez. Breaking ball hit down to the shortstop, Nunez. 2 outs. Boy, it has been a quiet offensive day for the Mariners. Got their first hit in the 2nd inning, then don't get another hit till the 5th. Finally got a run in the 6th on a home run by Smoke, his 7th of the season. Here's Ichiro, who hasn't gotten out of the infield here today. He's 0 for 3. 2 ground outs to second and hit into a 1-2-3 double play. That ended the 5th inning.
Well, I don't think you should feel too badly about it. The man on the mound does that to a lot of clubs. And
oh, I'm not feeling bad. Just reporting.
Yeah.
Just reporting. Yeah, but to your point, we're talking, cream of the crop. I mean, the guy finished 3rd Cy Young voting last year behind Felix and Weaver.
All that being said, a lot of good things happen for the Mariners in this series.
Oh, tremendous.
In the first couple of games, so they'll win the series and it's a good baseball.
3-0.
Starting 100 pitches for CC Sabathia.
Starting his 2nd century of work here. 4 is it a strike? Three and 2. 2 outs, nobody on. 7th inning. Mariners won the first game 4-3. Came from behind to do that. They battled their way. They trailing. Came back, take the lead, gave it up, and then win it in the 12th last night, 5-4. Mariners have won 9 of 10, 10 of 12. Three and two to Ichiro.
A little bit surprised that he went with a breaking ball.
I was thinking with you, same thing, fastball hands.
I thought it was going right inside with a good fastball.
Here he comes back here. 3 and 2.
The last fastball, 95 miles an hour, and he looks like he's just playing catch out there.
Six, 7, 290. His slack off's a little bit different from anybody else
Yeah,
when he's coming downhill. 3-2. Tap down to Teixeira. Easy touch for him. And 1, 2, 3 inning for Sabathia. 7 dominating innings by CC Sabathia of Vallejo, California. 7-1 Yankees.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Back here at Safeco Field, 8th inning. Yankees up 7-1. They put 5 on the board in the 3rd inning to break it open early. Oh, I like that. Keep getting after it, kid. I like it. See Felix do this in the commercial. Nice job. Yeah, baby, win a couple of stickers. All right, nice. Ready to go, right-hander. Third pitcher of the day for the Mariners, Chris Ray.
You look at Chris's numbers. Only 10 in the 3rd innings for him so far. Hasn't worked a lot. 7 strikeouts, 5 walks. He's given up 1 home run.
Up and into Nunez. Nunez 1 for 3. Low line drive to Jack Wilson his last time up. Prior to that, a triple to left center drove in a run. Part of that big 5th inning 5-run uprising in the 3rd. Jeff Gray acquitted himself rather well.
Yeah, he did. He pitched well.
4 innings that the ball club needed. 4 innings of 5 hit, 1 run ball, a walk and a strikeout.
think much of it, but over the course of the summer, those innings are big. Save the guys that have had to pitch a lot the last few days, give them a day off.
Yeah, you look at last night, what do you have? Laffey, Wright, League, and Pauly. Pauly picked up the win. As I mentioned, Ray and Gray were the only two guys that didn't get used last night.
Yeah, Pauly and League and Wright, they pitched the first night too, I believe. So a couple days in a row, give those guys a day off.
Yeah, Pauly, Wright, and League. Yep. High ball center field. Moody into the glide, no problem. One out. Let's see. Chris Ray have a good inning, and then I figured Smoke Gutierrez 2-3-4 coming up in home eighth. Francisco Cervelli, the catcher for the Yankees. Yankees move on to Oakland from here for 3. Day off Thursday. 3 at the Angels. Day off following Monday, June 6th, anniversary of D-Day, which is also the draft day in Major League Baseball. And then they go home for Boston, Cleveland, and Texas. Mariners will be in New York to be part of a road trip. One of the longer road trips this season. In July, 3 in Toronto, 3 in Boston, 3 in New York. That train trip still on where we go from Boston to New York?
As far as I know, it is, yes.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, you've talked about it. I've never done it, so I'm looking forward to it.
I think from Boston to New York, 3.5, 4. 3.5, 4 hours on the train. It'll be fun. It's good wood on that one. Gutierrez, the second out.
I'd like to make a suggestion. They might want to try somebody else.
Yeah, because he's got gap-to-gap coverage.
Yeah, this ball is hit well. It's on a line out in left center field, and Franklin makes it look easy. And his pitching staff served himself well if they have him headed out in that area somewhere, because he'll come down with it.
Gold Glover.
Yeah, that's great to have him back.
Oh, tremendous. Here's Jeter, picked up career hit number 2,980 in the 6th inning. He and Cervelli were on base with 1 out, and Granderson cranked one deep to right, but Itro ran it down, and he got the easy double play with both of the runners in the way. Check down to Greg Gibson, and Jeter's in an 0-2 hole. Wanted to. Chris Ray, a lot of closing experience. Baltimore, San Francisco, and Texas. Played for both San Francisco and Texas last year. World Series combatants. Check that time. Side to Jack Wilson. That'll do it for the Yankee captain in the 8th. And the Yankees are done here in the top of the 8th. Coming up, Figgins, Smoke, and Gutierrez. Mariners down big, 7-1. This alter ego. How great was the King's Court yesterday? Folks had a great time out there.
I enjoyed seeing it, and the great thing about it is they stayed for all 12 innings.
Here, here. Felix got a no decision last night. 7 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 5 walks, and 4 strikeouts. We will see him against the Rays. Big CC's out there for inning number 8.
Yeah, a little bit surprised.
Figgins leading off. Behind 0-1. Got 1 complete game this season, Sabathia. 1-2 to Figgy. CC rang up the only Yankee complete game of the season, his last start against Toronto. As he joined the Yankees in 2009, he's thrown 5 of the Yankees' 7 complete games during that time. Innings pitched, you look at the American League leaders. He's 6 starting today. You know who's number 2? Felix Hernandez, behind Jared Weaver of the Angels. He's got 5 punch-outs today. Two. Right field, Swisher towards the line. He's got it. Take a look with our steel cut above the rest. But Justin Smoke, Mike, 3-1 pitch, 6th inning.
He knows what to do with this. Once the fastball hits down, but it's in the middle of the plate, and Justin hits it out into the Mariners bullpen. Brandon Leak home run.
Sorry, Mike, had Brandon Leak flinching out there. Good looking swing.
Now, Brandon, get out of the way. Don't try to get in the way of that one. Pick it up after it stops rolling around.
What? Good action on the back leg, good extension.
The main thing is with the pitch down like that, it was in the middle of the play, but you could see his head go down there. A lot of guys will pull off of that pitch and end up hitting a ground ball, but he stayed with it and was able to get it in the air.
Well, we got the umpire, Jerry Davis. Thank God for protection. Now watch. Tells his compadre, Sam Holbrook, he's okay. Watch his head recoil. Yikes. Smoke's home run hit right-handed, his 3rd hit from the side of the plate. One and 2. No one in this state's complete games is certainly not in vogue, but Sabathia has done a heck of a job in his career with 30 entering this season. Off the end of the bat, fair ball, handled by Teixeira. Reach home run. Hit by the Mariners. Alaska Airlines donates 10,000 miles to our Make-A-Wish Home Runs for Wishes program. You can donate your own miles to Make-A-Wish at alaskaair.com. 2 outs in the 8th. Here's Gutierrez. He is 1 for 3. Base hit to left in the 6th. Yankees will be back here in Seattle September 12, 13, 14. That's a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all night games. 1-1. Cano takes it over. Not any noise here in the 8th. 1, 2, 3, Sabathia. And this game in lockdown early, 7-1 New York. Mike Blowers and the Root Sports crew. It's been all Yankees, 7-1 right now. Bronx Bombers have hit for the cycle in this ball game. A home run by Swisher in the 2nd inning. A couple of singles, Granderson and Cano in the 3rd. A double by Jones and a triple by Nunez in the 3rd. There's Granderson leading off. Granderson, Teixeira, and Rodriguez 2, 3, 4. Good series for Curtis. Chris Ray in his 2nd inning of work. Oof. He is stinging the daylights out of the baseball. Down into the corner. Granderson checking to see if he can go for 3. He'll hold with a double. My goodness. 3 hits today. A single and 2 doubles. He went 1 for 6 last night. And the first night, he went 0 for 2.
He hit that ball hard. You can just hear the sound of it as Justin tries to get over there. But this is just a rocket down the line. You were talking about it earlier. You make those little bitty adjustments, and sometimes the outcome of it is huge. And that's been the case with Granderson.
Close the stance. Lower body a lot more quiet. Keep the hands on the bat through the follow through, not a one-hand follow through, a two-hand follow through. And he's hitting the ball hard consistently. Kevin Long, the hitting coach. A lot of work together. One and one to Teixeira. Oh, 2 strikes. Picked up his 36th RBI in the 4th. Popped it up. Backing up Ryan. And he'll make the play. Well, we talked about Granderson's adjustments. Like a baseball player, he's got some superstitions. Jen Mueller has more.
We were talking the other day to Curtis Granderson, trying to figure out what the secret to his success is, because he's one of the best hitters in all of baseball. You know, we've seen Brendan Ryan with the mustache, and asked if he had any superstitions. Granderson said it is just the bubble gum every day. He needs to make sure he has his piece of bubble gum, and Dave, you can't argue it seems to be working for him.
Certainly not hurting him, that's for sure. I know anymore with bubble gum, I'm good for about 4 chews, and I got to get rid of it.
Really? Why?
Take the sugar. I get my sugar rush, and then see you later. And he is killing that thing right now.
Have to get the sugar out of there so you can blow a big bubble. Got to work on it for a little bit.
You ever get caught with the bubble on the hat deal?
Oh, yeah.
Right back to Ray. Now you got Granderson hung up. See if he can stay alive, and Figgy runs him down, and it keeps A-Rod at first. One, 4-5. Fielder's choice. Rodriguez at first. So 2 outs, 1 on for Robinson Cano. Yankees 7th in hitting, 1st in runs, home runs, and slugging.
Cano 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored.
And his 5th stolen base. Remember that back in that was part of the 3rd. Big 3rd inning. They had 5 runs on 4 hits and left of it. Broken bat pop. Ryan will put it in his pocket. That'll do it for the Yankees' top 9. Last licks coming up here for the Mariners in the bottom of the 9th. Mike Wilson, Ryan, and Jack Wilson. They're all scheduled when we come back. On Major League Baseball players, watch the right thumb Alex Rodriguez on his last at bat. How about this? Watch impact. Thanks to Ultra Mo. And his reaction.
Yep.
Yikes.
That's why you see those guys wearing the donut on their top hand on the thumb. Piece of rubber that'll help them out so they don't get that shock, and then that we just saw from Alex's thumb.
CC Sabathia, boy, he was a dominator today against the Mariners. Big left-hander. He's strong for minute 1.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be a long day for the offense. Unfortunately, the Yankees were able to score him a bunch of runs, and CC on his game today. And if you stake him to a lead, especially early, you'll see a lot of that. why he's one of the best pitchers in the American League. And a 1-2-3 double play. Don't see that very often. Got himself out of some trouble. He wasn't in much trouble today, but the few times that he was able to work out of it.
So Lance Pendleton takes over. He was the only member of the Yankee bullpen who didn't get into last night's game.
Pendleton's numbers, only 7 1/3 innings pitched for him, but has not given up an earned run yet.
Mike Wilson is his first hitter. Mike today, a walk, fly to left, and a strikeout. And he's behind 0-2. Pendleton came up from AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre back on the 21st of May. Second stint with the Yankees. He was with them from mid-April to early May. Young man made his big league debut on the 15th of April. A loss to Texas. He went 3 perfect innings. Struck out Anderson Young.
There you
and
go.
Mike Wilson with a base hit. It's his 4th hit since being recalled, or since being called up.
Yeah. Hits it hard through the right side of the infield. Gets you a little bit of an attitude knock when you get an opportunity to play much. Nice to check in with a base hit.
Brings up the Mariners' hottest hitter. 9-game hitting streak for Brendan Ryan. 25 for 58. That's a .431 clip. You usually see him in the 8 or 9 hole. He's batting in the 6 hole today. Ball 1. Here's what he's done. Look at that, last 9 games. Fire. Kyle players back in the day.
He's done a really nice job defensively too over that span. Really all year he's done a nice job at shortstop.
1-1.
Reputation in the National League last couple of years has been one of the better fielding shortstops in that league, and we've seen that. There's a lot of range too.
Strong arm. Throw from a lot of angles. 1-1. Pendleton is 2-1 to Ryan. Pendleton, native of Houston, Texas. Went to school right there at Rice University. Fly ball right field. Swisher with the catch. 1 out. Andrew Jones, 411 home runs. Derek Jeter, 2,980 career hits. Jorge Posada, he and Jeter, along with Andy Pettit, Mariano Rivera, some of the guys that came up together and won a lot of championships for the Yankees. Jack Wilson 1 for 3 today. Jack got a base hit in the 5th inning that was ended by the 1-2-3 double play off the bat of Ichiro. Mariners had loaded up the bases. Fly ball left field, backs up Gardner. Turns him around, but he's there. He makes the catch, 2 down.
Nobody happier to see CC Sabathia out of the game than Michael Saunders. Sabathia brutal on left-handed hitters, and Saunders had a good front look at that 60 feet away.
Way too up close and personal.
Yeah, I think so. He's tough on any left-hander.
Struck him out on a 1-2 pitch in the 5th, an 0-2 pitch in the 7th after getting the fly out in the 2nd.
Let's see if he can check in with a hit off of the right-hander now.
Don't be afraid of the first pitch.
We've talked about it with him. It's so tough when you're consistently behind in the count. The scouting reports have come out that he takes a lot of first pitch strikes. That makes it tough.
It's into one, but it's right to Swisher. That'll be the ball game. The Yankees win it 7-1, no doubt about it. Behind CC Sabathia, who goes to 6-3. Jason Vargas drops to 3-3. And the Mariners drop back to 500 at 26-26. The Yankees go to 28-23. They get it all done in 2 hours and 55 minutes, which is short for a Yankee game.
It is, but a nice series for the Mariners.
Yep.
Winning 2 out of 3. You would have liked to have gotten a sweep, but with CC Sabathia on the mound and Jason Vargas not one of his better outings. Still a nice series for the Mariners. A lot of good things happen in this series for them. And today, it's nice to see Gray get out on the mound. He did a nice job pitching. Chris Ray also got some work in, which was nice. And Brendan Ryan continues his hitting streak. He is at 9 games now.
He's hitting at a fabulous clip. 7-1. Hey, more day baseball tomorrow. The Orioles in town tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Brad and Bill.